So, dear students, today we are going to study chemical properties of alkenes. So, page number 194 and 195. So, comparing alkenes are more reactive because of double bond. So, if you take alkanes, they are made up of only single bond between the carbon atoms and carbon and hydrogen. We have only single bond. But if you take alkenes, at least one double bond will be there between the carbon atoms. So comparing the sigma bond, the pi bond, so this double bond is a highly reactive in nature. So comparing alkenes are having more chemical reactivity. So the most common chemical reaction in alkene is addition reactions. So in the previous lesson we studied what are the different types of reactions. We have a substitution reaction, elimination reaction, addition reactions, polymerization reaction, redox reaction, and so on. So this addition reaction is mainly possible in a compound with a double bond. You can take a aldehyde or ketone, alkene. So the compound with a double bond will involve in addition reactions. So alkenes are involving in addition reactions predominantly. So first addition reaction, addition of hydrogen. So we add a hydrogen, so the process is called a hydrogenation. So with alkene, when you add hydrogen, the double bond will be broken, you will get alkane. So the vanaspati can be prepared by this method. You take vegetable oil, add hydrogen in the presence of a metal catalyst like a nickel or palladium or platinum, we get vanaspati, an alkane. Okay. Next, addition of halogens, chlorine or bromine or iodine. So the halogens will be added with alkene. As we expect, a double bond will be broken. We will get vicinal dihalides. So when halogen is added, it will attack the carbon with a double bond. So we get vicinal dihalides. So last class I told two halogen atoms attached with adjacent carbon atoms, we call them as vicinal dihalides. If two halogen atoms attached with the same carbon atom, it is a gem dihalide. So we take ethene or ethylene, chlorine is added, we get ethylene dichloride, common name, UPOC name 1,2-dichloroethane. So addition of halogen is nothing but halogenation process. We add chlorine, so this is chlorination. If bromine is added, bromination reaction. So this is not a substitution one. This is an addition reaction. Okay. So two type of mechanisms are possible in alkene. Either ionic mechanism as well as free radical mechanism. So here it is an ionic mechanism. Okay. Addition of iodine, like a chlorine, we add iodine with ethene. As we expect, vicinal dihalide is formed. 1,2-diiodoethane is formed, but this is highly unstable. So again there is an elimination reaction. So due to elimination reaction, iodine is liberated, we get the same ethene. So this halogenation is an important reaction to identify a compound as saturated as well as unsaturated. So in organic qualitative analysis, we have to do the test for saturation. Okay, so in 12th practicals, you will do that, whether the given organic compound is a saturated one or unsaturated one. So to identify the saturation and unsaturation, this halogenation is an important reaction. So take organic compound in a test tube. With the organic compound, we add bromine water. So usually the bromine liquid will be kept in water. So it will be brown in color. So bromine water will be brown in color. So when this highly harmful bromine water is added with the given organic compound, if there is a decolorization means there is a disappearance of color of bromine. Okay, the color of bromine is brown color. So we add bromine water with the given organic compound. If there is a decolorization, That means there is a disappearance of brown color of bromine. It indicates that the given organic compound is an unsaturated compound. Okay. If there is no change in the color of bromine water and it is a saturated hydrocarbon or a saturated compound, so this is the test for alkene. If the compound is an unsaturated one, the color of bromine water will be disappeared. There will be a decolorization of brown color of bromine water. Next, addition of hydrogen halide. Okay. This is also an addition reaction. We add hydrogen halide with symmetrical alkene. Symmetrical alkene means in the structural arrangement, the atoms or groups arranged in a symmetrical manner on both sides. You take double bond. On both sides of a double bond, we have symmetrical arrangement of atoms or groups. So the alkene is called a symmetrical alkene. With the symmetrical alkene, we are going to add hydrogen halide. We can take HBr or HCl and so on. When hydrogen bromide is added, as we expect, the double bond will be broken and this will be separated into H plus Br minus. Okay. So a double bond will be broken in a heterolytic fission. Heterolytic fission will be there. So the mechanism will be ionic mechanism. Hydrogen halide is added with alkene. We get primary alkyl halide. So this is bromoethane. Common name ethyl bromide. One more example can be considered. This is also a symmetrical alkene. On both sides of double bond, we have the symmetrical arrangement of atoms, right? So left hand side we have CH3, CH. In the right hand side of double bond also we have CH, CH3. So the symmetrical arrangement indicates the alkene is a symmetrical alkene. With this we add hydrogen bromide. As usual, double bond will be broken. Hydrogen bromide will be separated as H plus Br minus. So H plus and Br minus both will attack the carbon atoms. We get a secondary alkyl halide. So this is 2-bromobutane. Okay, so the compound is 2-bromobutane. Next, addition of hydrogen halide with unsymmetrical alkene. To take this alkene, it is not a symmetrical one, it is an unsymmetrical alkene. So observe atoms present left and right hand side of a double bond. Okay, so left hand side we have CH3CH, right hand side of the double bond will be CH2. So the arrangement is not a symmetrical arrangement. So this is an example of unsymmetrical alkene. It is called a propene. With unsymmetrical alkene, when we add a hydrogen halide, the major product formation is based on a rule. It is called Markovnikov rule. Okay. So the reaction will follow Markovnikov rule. So according to Markovnikov rule, when hydrogen halide is added with unsymmetrical alkene, the hydrogen will attack carbon with more number of hydrogen atoms. Okay. This hydrogen will attack carbon with more number of hydrogen atoms. So the carbon has 2 hydrogen atoms. Next, the bromine will attack carbon with less number of hydrogen atoms. This is called Markovnikov rule. So when hydrogen halide is added with unsymmetrical alkene, the hydrogen will attack carbon with more number of hydrogen atoms and bromine will attack carbon with less number of hydrogen atoms. This is called a Markovnikov rule, so that we get this as a major product, 2-bromopropane. Okay. And if Markovnikov rule is not followed, we will get 1 bromopropane. So this is a minor product. The mechanism is given. How there is a formation of 2 bromopropane as a major product. So following Markovnikov rule, the major product will be 2 bromopropane. The mechanism is given. So take the reactant, it is propene. When hydrogen halide is approaching this unsymmetrical alkene, the double bond has two possibilities. The double bond can be shifted. So in a heterolytic fission, the fission is not a homolytic. Homolytic fission will give you free radicals, but here heterolytic fission of a double bond will give you negative charge and positive charge. Okay. So when hydrogen halide like a HCl or HBr approaches an unsymmetrical alkene, there will be heterolytic fission. Due to heterolytic fission, the double bond can be shifted either left hand side or right hand side. Two possibilities. Okay. So we consider the shifting of double bond towards right side. So that arrow mark indicates the pi electron is moving towards this carbon. So hydrogen halide approaches unsymmetrical alkene. There will be heterolytic fission. This pi electron means electron of the double bond is shifted towards right hand side. So this carbon will get negative charge. Pi electron is shifted over the carbon. This carbon will get negative charge and this carbon will get positive charge. Then what about the separation of hydrogen halide? How it will be separated? Due to electronegativity, it will be separated as H plus and Br minus. Okay, so what are the two processes? When a hydrogen halide approaches, the double bond is cleaved in a heterolytic way. This carbon gets negative charge, this carbon gets positive charge. In the same time, hydrogen bromide is separated into H plus and Br minus. Okay, now the H plus will attack what carbon? This one. So H plus having a positive charge will attack this carbon with a negative charge. So it becomes CH3. So now CH2 becomes what? CH3. Remaining, this carbon has a positive charge. So it becomes a secondary carbocation, right? So due to this type of shifting of pi electron, we get secondary carbocation. After that, we have bromide ion. So this is separated into H plus and Br minus. H plus is attacking this carbon, it forms CH3. And remaining, we have nucleophile Br minus. So nucleophile will attack electron diffusion center. So this will attack electron deficient carbon. We get 2 bromopropane as a main product. So once again I repeat it. Hydrogen bromide approaches unsymmetrical alkene. So the pi electron is shifted over this carbon. The fission is heterolytic fission. This carbon gets negative charge, this carbon gets positive charge. And hydrogen bromide is separated into H plus and Br minus due to electronegativity difference. The H plus will attack the carbon with a negative charge, it becomes CH3. Then the nucleophile Br minus will attack this carbon with a positive charge. This is electron deficient carbon. So it forms 2 bromopropane and the product is following Markovnikov rule. Okay. How can we say this is following Markovnikov rule? When hydrogen halide is added with unsymmetrical alkene, hydrogen will attack a carbon with more hydrogen atoms, halogen will attack carbon with less number of hydrogen atoms. So we get the major product. And why this minor product is formed? If the bond is broken, pi bond is broken, one more possibility is pi electron can be shifted over here. Okay. So pi electron can be shifted over here. This carbon will get negative charge, this will get positive charge, and this H plus will attack this carbon. So we will get CH3, CH2, CH2 with a positive charge. Okay. So due to heterolytic fission, the pi electron may be shifted over this carbon, it gets a negative charge, this will get positive charge, and hydrogen bromide will be separated into H plus, Br minus. H plus will attack this carbon with negative charge, it becomes a CH2, and we have a positive charge in this carbon. Then remaining we have a nucleophile, Br minus. This will attack this electron deficient carbon, we will get 1 bromopropane, but this is not following Markovnikov rule, so this is not the major product. The same concept is applicable for addition of hydrogen. Next equation is addition of water. It is called a hydration process. Okay. So normally alkene will not react with water. For that we need strong acids, right? Concentrated acids will be used for this addition reactions. So this is also an unsymmetrical alkene. Right hand side we have CH2, left hand side of the double bond CH3, CCH3. So this is an example of unsymmetrical alkene. If water is added, it has to follow Markovnikov rule to get the major product. Okay. So here how can we define the Markovnikov rule? Hydrogen as usual will attack a carbon with more number of hydrogen atoms and the remaining OH. So water will be separated as H plus and OH minus. So the hydrogen or H plus will attack a carbon with more number of hydrogen atoms, and OH minus will attack carbon with less number of hydrogen atoms. So the major product will be 2-methyl 2-propanol. So 2-propanol. So here change the spelling. Okay. 2-propanol, not Al, OL. So comparing alkenes, the reactivity of alkene will be more. This is due to double bond. So single bond, if you take sigma bond, it is a stronger bond. But pi bond, a double bond or a triple bond are weaker in nature. So easily the pi bond will be attacked by electrophiles. So alkenes will involve in chemical reactivity. Mostly the addition reaction will take place. And the addition reaction may take place via ionic mechanism as well as free radical mechanism. So first hydrogen is added. This is called a hydrogenation process. Example, preparation of vanaspati from vegetable oils. For this hydrogenation process, we need a metal catalyst like iron, nickel, platinum, palladium, not iron. Then halogens can be added with alkene. With a symmetrical alkene, we get vicinal dihalide. With unsymmetrical alkene, we will get major product based on Markovnikov rule. Okay. So with this, today's class over. Tomorrow we will discuss the remaining chemical properties of alkenes. Thank you.